This is the Ezra breakdown for Oleksander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. In a fight that I knew that Dubois would have to be aggressive. If you see the way this fight starts out, Dubois is settling in the middle of the ring. He's a little aggressive at this point, as far as just like you can feel his energy is like looking to come forward, but he's still settling right there in the middle of the ring, allowing Usyk to have all the movement he wants, back, forward, side to side. He's like Usyk is kind of like the queen or king in chess, I guess, that they can move any spot that they want, and you have to eliminate which way he's going to move, right? You can't let him do whatever he wants, because then he's going to blind you with smoke and mirrors. And a lot of people think smoke and mirrors is a negative term, right? But it's not. It's just that he's using all these things to distract you and you have too much to think about before he could land a shot on you. You know what I mean? You're trying to think of all these things he's doing, and then a shot's just going to sneak in between all that. See here, he got feints. He's feinting Dubois stepping back, and this allows Usyk to do whatever he wants. He allows him to settle in, and he knows Dubois is not going to be really effective punching going backwards. So this allows Usyk to do whatever he wants, fully comfortable, because he knows nothing's coming forward. Another thing that Usyk does is the paw jab. He's pawing with his jab to get Dubois to match him right with his jab, to try to like distract his hand to get away from his face, and then he'll slip the jab in there just like that. Let's go back to it a little bit. See, he paws with it, paw. And then Dubois puts his hand out to match it, when Dubois should keep his hand home, because he's even if he can't block, he's going to take out the brunt of it, but he doesn't, and he gets touched right there from it. See, he keeps him busy with that left hand, and then Dubois plays a dumb game of putting his hand out and gets jabbed again. When Dubois steps forward in this fight, he could really be effective. That was what I thought the strategy needed to be coming in, is that he was going to have aggression coming forward. And when he comes forward in this fight, Usyk is very cautionary. He's not letting anything go. He's going to keep his defense 100% up and not try to exchange in those things. But Dubois never keeps that aggression. I don't know if it's a mentality thing or something that felt uncomfortable. He just couldn't see it in the fight, but he needed to come forward. Staying at distance or moving backwards actually makes Usyk more dangerous. He needed to come towards him, because if he comes towards him, Usyk is going to go defensive and allow Dubois to get off. So Dubois needs to step forward. See, here's the jab. See, Usyk gets off the spot. He's not going to stay there. And Dubois needed to see this, but he didn't see it. He never committed to this, didn't have the mentality. Dubois needed to throw the jab with a purpose. He needed to be comfortable hitting Usyk on the guard. He needed to just make him feel heavyweight shots. He didn't do that enough. Joshua didn't do that enough either. Joshua did it more in parts, but you see right there, even Usyk is protecting, blocking the shots. He's still feeling it. It's still pushing him off, and it's still a heavyweight, an actual heavyweight, hitting him with big shots. Usyk is not too long ago was a cruiserweight, and it's still a smaller heavyweight. And you had to make him feel shots, and that's what Dubois didn't do. See, Dubois getting stepped back, and now the left hand's coming, right? He's getting the left hand's getting sneaked up on him, because too many things to think about. See, when he pushes forward, less things to worry about, but he doesn't see that. To start off this fight, and two, Dubois not doing bad at range, honestly. He's competitive. The problem is that the energy it's taking him to fight it like this isn't the same energy as taking Usyk, right? He's stepping. Dubois has to take more energy, more thought process to fight at this range, to keep up with these tactics. Usyk, this is just what he does best. This is second nature to him. So Dubois can do this maybe early on and have some success and be competitive with a guy like Usyk. But over the rounds, mentally, he's going to fatigue. And he's going to fatigue physically as well, because this is taking more energy than what normally his style would benefit, the style that he's used to, the style that he's best at would do, right? So there's guys that could compete with certain guys at the highest level for a few rounds, but it's taking everything out of them to compete at that level. Usyk is just fighting, second nature to him. Dubois is putting all his energy at fighting at this type of fight, at this type of pace, and at this type of range. It's a tactical battle that it's not what Dubois wants to be. He could do it for a few rounds, but it's going to fall apart mentally for him. Okay, this is the shot that everyone is talking about. This is the moment in the fight that led to all the controversy. Is this a low blow or isn't it? And I'm going to show you guys slow motion. You guys tell me, be the judge. I'm going to tell you what I think. Now, from right there, it looks questionable, right? From the back shot. But the ref, notice where the ref is when this shot is landed. Okay, so from right here, it's questionable, right? From what we're seeing. But look at the ref's point of view. He has perfect eyes on it, right? So I hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, and to make a shot in that judgment, does he have the best angle on it? He has the best angle of anyone on this shot. Now, look at the way Usyk is reacting. I mean, Usyk doesn't look like he's getting up anytime soon from that shot. Now, he's not, from where the shot lands, right, Just okay, let's just get beyond the fact that whether it's a low blow or not. Technically, right, on technicalities, is it a low blow? Where the shot lands and the way he reacts is not because he was hit like what you're thinking of a low blow, right? It's not because of that, right? It's not a cup shot. So why is he reacting this way, right? I understand, hey, that shot's a little low, but it's not a cup shot, so I shouldn't be on the floor screaming. That's because it was a body shot that took the air out of him. That's exactly what's happening here. This is a body shot that took air out of him. When you see a guy with a low blow, when it's a really vicious low blow, what are the guys doing? They're rolling. It's a sharp pain. It's you know what I mean? But this guy, he's reacting like if he can't breathe, right? Like if the shot doesn't allow for him to breathe. That's what let alone whether you think it's a low blow or not, or whatever you think it is, right? Or whether you think it was, I'm sorry, not low blow, but you think it was technically an illegal punch. It's the reaction to it alone is like, it's definitely not, shouldn't be reacting like that because it wasn't that vicious of a low blow. It was borderline, right, at best. But I personally think it was a fair shot. And I personally think whether you think Dubois was robbed of this fight, right, or anything, he was robbed of the moment. That's most important. I'm not sure he wins the fight because that shot lands and they count as a knockdown. Didn't look like Usyk was going to be able to get up, but maybe he does will himself up. Dubois is robbed of an opportunity. And then these fights, these opportunities don't come that often in a fight. You know what I mean? This was an opportunity. Even if Usyk got up before 10, Dubois would have been able to jump on him. It doesn't look like Usyk is in fighting shape at this point. He takes a longer than even a 5-minute rest to get back, and the ref really makes sure that he's safe. So here's the shot. Borderline. Look at the trunks. The trunks are riding up. When he jumps, the trunks right up. Look at, you can't see his belly button right there. His trunks right up. To me, that looks like a clean shot. And the ref has the best angle on it. And the way he reacts is not from like a low blow. The way he reacts is like of a body shot, like he can't breathe. And if you look at the ref here, he is making sure Usyk takes all his time to recover. Look at, we're getting back together. Look at this. And then look at Usyk. Usyk looks at his corner, right? They notify him to wait. And look what the ref does. Look, he says he's ready to go. Everybody, they're lining up, ready to go. Look what happens here. Okay, look at the ref tells him, hold on. So the ref is notifying him to hold on, to rest or recover. Have you ever seen anything? I've never seen anything like that. Look at the ref. He's telling him to take your time. Usyk again signaling to the corner, right? They tell him to hold again. They tell him to hold again. They were calling it. Everything was good. The ref is putting it back on hold. This is ridiculous. A ridiculous process of what happens here. Like I said, maybe Dubois still loses the fight, but he was robbed of a moment. He was robbed of an opportunity of what could happen in this fight. He was robbed of an opportunity. I don't think it was a low blow. It looked clean to me. Borderline. The only borderline part is that you could call a low blow. It was so borderline that you could call it a low blow. But look at the process that happens after this. And here's another angle. That looks clean to me. You cannot see the belly button. The shorts are the halfway up through his stomach. Look at this. Look at this. Outrageous how long this takes. Look at this. Look at the process here. The problem with this is Dubois never goes back to it. It's a mentality thing for Dubois. I don't think he'll ever be a top-level heavyweight because he doesn't have the mentality to win fights like this. Okay, all this happens, he should have went right back to the body. He should have came in aggressive. He doesn't go back to the body. He very rarely goes back to the body. See, he tries to find it there, but he doesn't keep the same mentality in the fight. Usyk really starts applying the pressure here. He sees Dubois breaking mentally and physically, and he starts putting in that left hand. That's the whole thing was just, everything was just setting up the straight left hand. Dubois needs to step forward. Little shots, little steps forward, little momentum like that to come forward. He needs to keep that going. That should have been his game plan. That needed to be the mentality, right? But no, he's playing this game, and now Usyk is gonna it's all feel here. Usyk is all feel of what's happening in the fight, and he knows that Dubois cannot win at this range, and he's upping the pressure, upping the forward momentum. A guy like Usyk, he can see a lot of things. There's a lot of tells, and you can see Dubois' movement is getting bigger. It's getting wider because he's really tired. It takes a lot for him to move. And once Usyk sees that, he starts putting his foot on the gas on him. This is a mental break, a physical break. And look at Dubois. Look at his movements. Look at his face. You can see it. You can read everything on him. He does not have a poker face. Everything is falling apart right now. And Usyk sees it. He sees the finish. It's funny because what Dubois thinks is actually keeping him safe in the fight, fighting at distance, moving backwards when Usyk comes forward, is actually getting him hit more. It's putting him in danger more. And when he moves forward, that actually takes away some of the danger. That's the interesting part about it, is that when he allows Usyk, when he moves off his spot, Usyk is just coming with all his offense. But when you come forward, Usyk has to stop. and respect what you're doing. But because Dubois, in his mind, he feels like this is the safer to retreat, and it isn't. And Usyk is just hounding him down to eventually break him down and get the finish.